छोड़ ना, सॉरी, फिर से नहीं होएगा ऐसा।
कहा मेरी कसम?
मर जाएगा तू।
Hey everyone, welcome back to ChaatNChat. My name is Josh.
My name is Miguel.
And we are watching Gully Boy. This is part 3, so if you missed part 1 or part 2, then you can go check both those out by clicking the playlist link that's in the description of this video. As a reminder, this is the weekly members pick. So if you didn't vote this week and you want to vote next week, then be sure to go over to our Patreon page by clicking that link in the description of this video. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing, sharing, a like button. tomorrow.
मुझे मेरे टिफिन का फिर से शुरू करने का है, मुझे थोड़ा मदद चाहिए, थोड़ा मदद चाहिए।
तू शोहर छोड़ना चाहती है और मैं तेरी मदद करूं?
आप क्या चाहते हो? मैं
किसी का भी दिमाग खराब होगा, उसका अपना बेटा ऐसा करेगा तो?
So you stand by and watch him beat your mom?
Exactly. I can't abide by that kind of physical abuse. It doesn't solve anything. Where's he at?
Oh, damn, he has them working overtime drug business.
ये लोग को इन सबसे दूर रख। बच्चे मोइन, मेरे को जा रहा है। गाड़ देखो इधर ही अभी।
He's looking for a fight.
क्या आईडी चले हैं भाई? बहुत मुश्किल में पड़े लगा है। आसान किसके लिए? मेरे को पैसे का जरूरत है भाई। छोटे अपने पास बचा के कुछ रखेला नहीं है देने को, लेकिन साथ में अपन गेम कर सकते हैं, गाड़ी उठाते हैं। तोड़ में, बॉस को साइड में रख।
Don't go down that road. I mean, he's kind of in a tough spot. What about Sky? Maybe Sky can help?
Maybe Sky can help. Oh, doing it in broad daylight, not the best ever.
Wow.
Just.
Oh, memory is hitting him. Oh, okay.
All right.
So he's got a job, so maybe he doesn't have to jack cars anymore.
Let's hope so. Because I'm worried about him.
पढ़ रही हूँ। शुक्र मना तुझे चुनने मिल रहा है। हमको तो किसी ने पूछा भी नहीं। अचानक में एक दिन आके बोला इससे तेरी शादी हो रही है, खत्म।
Oh, that was
his friend.
The refrigerant gas, the compressor compresses the gas, the air, and increases its pressure. With this, the temperature also increases. Now, if you see high temperature.
Oh, it's in his head. I was like, wait, someone's
I
rapping.
was like going.
कल मेरा कुछ है, तो मेरे को उसके लिए जाने का है। तो अगर मैं एक दिन नहीं आऊँ तो चलेगा?
कहाँ जा रहा है? पिकनिक पे?
कॉन्टेस्ट है, उसका पहला ऑडिशन है।
तेरा अब्बू एक ड्राइवर है, मालूम है ना? नौकर का बेटा नौकर बनेगा, ये फितरत है। तेरी अम्मी लड़ी और अब भी लड़ रही है कि उसका बेटा नौकर नहीं बनेगा। भाई इतनी बात ज़हन में रख। बाकी अल्लाह मालिक।
But it implies that no one can ever rise up to be more than what you think they are, right? Oh, that's soul crushing.
एक ही रास्ता जिसमें चुपचाप सर को झुकाए हुए बंद आंखें किए लोग चलते हैं सारे जन्म.
Looks like a lot of crushed dreams in that train.
Yeah, definitely. And just on the grind, just point A to point B. And that's not what life's about, definitely.
रज़िया सही बोली। तू होशियार है। इधर देख। सबको जिंदगी में एक मौका मिलता है। उसको कभी नहीं छोड़ना। आज तूने अपना फ्यूचर तय कर लिया।
But he gave him some advice that if he follows it, he's not going to be happy. Like, life gives you a chance, take it. He's like, my mama, she told me to go.
What time is it?
Yeah, wise words. Oh, he's going to be dressed up in his work clothes, going to a rap battle.
I like it.
पहले जो आने वाले हैं उनका नाम है ये तो दहाड़ रहे हैं MC शेर.
What if he has to go up against him?
Oh, that would be so bad.
MC शेर.
अब समझ में आया इस रैप बैटल में गालियां क्यों बैन है. देखने आई पब्लिक में ऐसे बच्चे भी अपने फैन हैं.
Oh.
तू दिखता छोटा भी पर तू चुटकी है क्या? इधर क्या कर रहा है छोटा? स्कूल की छुट्टी है क्या?
दारू से चढ़ते हैं सर पर हम रम जैसे, रम से याद आया तेरे बेवड़े बाप को सलाम बोल, जानकारी ले ले बेटा काम भारी काम बोल.
Oh, that cut. You can see it. It hit him.
साथ साथ घर का भी संभालना है तो शायद पार्ट टाइम.
सुनकर कितना अच्छा लगता है ना. नहीं तो आजकल की लड़कियां करियर के चक्कर में घर गृहस्थी का कहाँ सोचती हैं.
Oh, jeez.
ऐसा ही है.
I hate when I hear women say that about other women.
सलमान को कुछ अकेले में सफीना से बात करनी थी, अगर आपको कोई एतराज.
अरे नहीं, क्या कह रहे हैं आप? शुक्रिया.
This is gonna be interesting.
He's trying not to laugh.
अम्मी अबू जिद किए करके अपने कोई दरार.
मुराद को मालूम है?
अभी तक तो नहीं. वो सुनेगा तो हंसेगा हम दोनों पे. तू ना बोलने वाली कि मैं ना बोलूं?
मैं हाँ बोलने वाली हूँ. मुराद को बोल मेरे को फोन करे, नहीं तो मैं तेरे से शादी कर लूंगी सलमान.
That's aggressive.
Oh, jeez, is she not?
भेड़िए की खाल में बस एक भेड़ है, तो डैडी तो समझ ये राउंड नारकोटिक्स की रेड है.
A lot of these lines.
Rap battle में next आ रहे हैं शाहरुख.
Shahrukh.
और उन्हें
Okay.
टक्कर देंगे Gully boy.
Oh boy.
Yo Shahrukh making joke again.
Oh, I don't think so.
And let the bottle decide who goes first. And it's Shahrukh.
I think actually the first person is at a disadvantage.
Oh, 100%.
से पाँच है तेरा काम, तू तो गलियों में घुटता है, दुम दबा के निकल तू शेर का पाला कुत्ता है.
Oh. Keep it eye contact.
मैं गुरु हूँ बेटा चेला तू, आजा मुझसे सीख ले, माँ को साड़ी दिला दे तू, ये 1 रुपए की भीख ले.
Ooh. He's like, I'll take that. Not above it.
बहुत मस्त बोला तू, सुना मैंने, अब नाचू क्या? बहाता हूं मैं खून पसीना, अब बहाऊंगा मैं तेरे आंसू क्या? लाम ठोक सर झुका तू, दुम दबा चल रास्ता नाप ले, कपड़े सिला ले खुद के दम पे, नहीं लिए मैंने अपने बाप से.
Oh, okay.
तोड़ दूंगा हर तराजू, तू मुझे क्या तोलेगा? तेरे काले नोटों की रेड लग गई, अब ये सिक्का मेरा बोलेगा.
Wow. He went for the kill on that one.
I'm gonna say 5 names. Please step forward. MC Thordford.
Oh, that's a fun name.
MC Cher. Stony Cyclone.
And Gully boy. Oh no.
आप सब बहुत अच्छे थे, बहुत, लेकिन और बेहतर हो सकते थे.
Oh, those were the ones.
आपकी जर्नी यहाँ से खत्म. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh.
Keep rapping and keep the scene alive.
Wow.
So congratulations to our finalists.
The ones that were left.
Oh, okay, so they got past the battle, now they can do solo, which he excels at.
बहुत आर्जिंग दवा है. पता ना फिर मैंने नौकरी है, लेकिन क्या बोलता है, ऑफिस के टाइम पे निकल गया ना कंपटीशन के लिए.
Go apologize to your uncle.
क्या कौले? ओहो मिठे, तू क्या कर रहा है इधर?
That wasn't a very warm greeting.
मैं सफीना से मिला था.
किधर?
अम्मी अब्बू उसके घर लेकर गए थे.
काय के लिए?
बंदे को बोला था ना वो मिले ढूंढ रहे हैं तो.
Whoa, listen to the full story.
पूरा समझी से मना ही करेगा ना मैं, पर वो बोली मेरे को कि अगर तूने उसे फोन नहीं किया ना तो हम दोनों का शादी हो जाएगा. मेरे पेरेंट्स पे फोन 4 साल की शादी कर लेगी मुझसे, पर फोन कर ले. तू जानता है कितनी बड़ी हटेली है यार वो. मेरे को नहीं करने का उसके साथ शादी.
I don't want to
Like, she'd control my life. I'd be scared to come home.
She whacked me upside the head with a bottle. It's not funny.
तू फोन करना उसको यार.
Just call her. Yeah, just call her, man.
मिस करता हूँ मैं तेरे.
मुझसे वो
मिस करता हूँ मैं तेरे को.
तो फोन का को नहीं किया अभी तक.
So, do you think her parents would allow them to get married?
Depends on his prospects.
उसका मेरा हो गया था एक बार. उनको सीरियस नहीं, एकदम फालतू में हो गया.
ऐसे मैं भी होके आती हूँ किसी और के साथ फालतू में. तेरे को मंजूर है तो बात कर।
ठीक है, तेरे को जो करने का कर।
सेटल।
हाँ।
It was a very contemporary talk.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what she's interested in, but it was kind of surprising she threw it out there.
मैं कॉन्टेस्ट में उतरा मालूम, 2 राउंड क्लियर हो गया, फाइनल्स में हूँ मैं।
रैप बैटल?
हाँ।
चल कुछ भी।
हाँ। और विनर को 10 लाख रुपया। मैं मेरे को मालूम नहीं जीतेगा नहीं जीतेगा, लेकिन मेरे को यही करने हैं।
देखो जो करने का है तो कर। सर्जन बनने जा रही हूँ। अपन बस चाहिए।
Apart from the 10 lakh, he'll also open for a huge rapper and be on the global stage.
Yeah.
Mummy.
His father's there.
Jill.
मैंने कितने फोन किए तुझे, तो फोन नहीं उठा सकता था? सोहेल को भेजा मैंने नाके पे तुझे ढूंढने।
अतीक ने बताया तू कुछ बोला नहीं, उसको ऑफिस छोड़ दिया।
हाँ छोड़ दिया। 50 से ऊपर लड़के लोग हिस्सा लिए, उसमें से 5 सिलेक्ट हुए, उसमें से एक मैं जो चुना सही चुना।
तू चुना? तू क्या है? क्या औकात क्या तेरा?
This is not your house, man.
मैं बोलता है जो भी है इज्जत देने का।
अरे ऐसा मौका बार बार नहीं मिलता है। तू कौन है? तू कौन है? कौन है तू?
कोई दूसरा मेरे को बताएगा मैं कौन है।
Oh yeah. Well put.
4 लाख से भी ज्यादा लोग ये वीडियो देखे रहे। पढ़ो क्या लिख के भेज रहे मेरे को। थैंक यू बोल रहे शुक्रिया कि तुमने हम जैसे लोग की जिंदगी के ऊपर एक गाना बनाया ले हार्ड। ऐसा लोगों को फर्क पड़ता है इससे। कल को मैं ऑफ हो गया, लोग फिर भी ये वीडियो देखेंगे, कुछ महसूस करेंगे। इसका कदर है, मेरा कदर है।
He won't get it.
हम लोग बड़ा कदम नहीं उठा सकते। कितनी बार तेरे को समझाया अपना मुंडी नीचे करके चलने का। ये दुनिया का जगमग अपना।
कभी आपने सोचा है कि शायद आप गलत सोचते?
Right.
तेरे से ज्यादा चांद रात देखा है मैं। तेरे को वही सिखा रहा है जो मैं सीखा है। तेरा सपना तेरा सच्चाई से मेल खाना चाहिए।
मैं नहीं बदलता।
Right.
मैं अपना सच्चाई बदलेगा जो मेरे सपने से मेल खाए।
वाह।
ऊपर वाला ने मेरे को तोहफा दिया अब्बू, मैं वापस नहीं करेगा इसको। भूल दिया बस।
Good night.
Mic drop. Curtain close.
तेरा प्लानिंग क्या है बता? इसी गुड्डी से मैं बुरा चुका है ना। चल तू अंदर मत। मेरी बात सुनो। अंदर जाएगा मालूम पड़ेगा। मैं जाएगा। तेरा फोटो छपेगा तू क्यों मैं? नाम बता चल। सामने ले।
If that doesn't scare you straight, I don't know what will.
मत पूछ भाई, बहुत तोड़ा मेरे को ये लोग ने। बोला नहीं लेकिन अपन कुछ भी भाई। समझा ना? तू फिक्र मत कर। वो बोल देगा मैं किया। काय को बोलेगा?
भाई तू अपने बेल का सोच। मैं बयान देगा तो तू निकलेगा ना इधर से।
Yeah, but मैं देगा। To what end?
मत कर।
They have CCTV footage.
अपन अक्खा जिंदगी ऐसी ही बिताया रे, बचते बचाते इधर उधर से। तेरा सब कुछ अच्छा होने को भी जा रहा है ना, फिर काय को? अबे तू जीतेगा ना उधर, तू आके देना मेरा बेल फिर।
There you go.
उधर जाके भारी काम करने का, मोइन भाई का बेल भरने का। छूटे ट्रैप हो गया।
Yeah, that was a good one.
Not necessary. Please go ahead.
Wow.
Rockstar life. Careful, your girl's gonna hit you with a bottle.
कैसे फील कर रहे हो?
बहुत फट रही है।
What are you talking about? You're gonna kill it. Go. Get out there. Go.
You think his girlfriend's gonna come?
If she could get away from her family.
बस क्या? अभी रोएगा क्या?
Yeah, don't cry. Your eyeliner will run. I think she is gonna try and get away.
On the sneak.
She wants to go and see her future hubby. She's gonna wear that lipstick that she was wanting to wear.
पेश करता हूँ अगला कंटेस्टेंट धारावी 17 से मुराद अहमद एके गली बॉय।
Hey yo.
क्या बोलता है मेरा भाई?
थोड़ा नर्वस है भाई।
बहुत हार्ड।
Thank you. Respect.
He still seems a little out of place.
Yeah, he's.
बहुत सोचा, प्रिपेयर किया कि आज क्या परफॉर्म करने का करके, फिर आज मेरे को समझ में आया मेरे को क्या करने का, मेरे को अपनी लाइफ का पहला गाना करने का। मैं ऐसे टाइम पे लिखा था जब मेरी लाइफ में कुछ सही नहीं जा रहा था, फिर मालूम नहीं अंदर से मेरे को आवाज़ आया कि जो कुछ भी चल रहा है तू खुद पे यकीन कर, क्योंकि तू इससे हार्ड है छोटे। म्यूजिक मेरे को आवाज़ दिया और मेरे को लगता है आवाज़ है तो उसको उठाने का, खुद को आगे लाने का।
And you know, with this sort of deepness to him, I think it'd help in the competition. Ooh, damn! Huh? Then he really got that room moving.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really? He won? She's faking
She's keeping it cool. She's trying to keep it cool, keep it cool.
Yep. Mom, Dad, oh, we know who got him some shoes.
Got his bail.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is he coming back to throw the cash down in front of Dad saying,
oh,
there,
pay him back
there
for
you
the
go,
school?
Dad.
Yeah, with his head held high.
Yeah. See, it's all good, and you know, when, you know.
Whoa, I really like stories like that, where you come from and your background doesn't hold you back.
Right.
Because I think this is not just an issue in one particular part of the world, but in so many areas it feels like this is the box I was put into and I'm gonna stay in here because people tell me that's my place and I can't do something and I'm not going to achieve more than what has been already put in front of me.
Right.
And so I love these sort of stories, and some of my favorite movies that we have watched on the channel so far have been like this. For example, another one is 12th Fail.
Right.
And so this was a very same sort of inspirational story where you come from and achieving something that someone is telling you that you can't do. And for him...
Or that it's not natural and that it's not the order of things and all of
not
that.
Traditional, you know, because for him to become like this rap, but for his dad and for like that generation not to understand anything about that and the trends and all that sort of stuff, and this is his passion, and it's just to rise above that and to have enough courage and just himmat to go for it. You know, when he was in that office, so many people would have taken that easy route. That's like, you know,
this is the safe route. This is
the
what's
safe route. I'll sit here.
I'll be fine.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
But to take that chance and to go for it, you know, and I think it was a good decision, even if he failed and didn't make it to the finals, because for everyone that makes it to the finals, there's like a million that doesn't.
Right.
But you don't know unless you go and try, because there'd be tens of millions that didn't even give it a try. Right. So you're already way ahead if you go for it and at least try it. So I really enjoyed this. I know you seem like you enjoyed it, but before starting it, you're like, yeah, rap isn't really my thing.
Rap is not really my thing,
And
but I appreciate it as an art form, and people that can do it, maybe because I just don't have enough rhythm, I don't know. But no, it can be very energizing, and it gets your body moving, and you know, when I've heard rap that I like, I get it. I like, oh, okay, I like this. You know, it's not something I put on the radio all the time, but I like this.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of times I like that it is, as he said, it's poetry and music put together in a way that is not very traditional in music.
Well, it's more like the rhythm in poetry, right? Because like all music is kind of a form of poetry, but it's that kind of rhythm and poetry.
Well, and then it's very almost storytelling in a way, as opposed to many songs are not, at least a lot of the mainstream genres are not about that. Well, I mean, they're not. They're just sometimes.
It's someone's story.
Yeah.
Like it's someone's story, even if you don't understand it. I mean,
True.
someone's telling a
Well,
story
hey,
with
there's
no
a
words.
lot of poetry that you read, and you're like, what are they talking about? I don't
Yeah.
even get it. So yeah, but I like this, and it's stories that definitely people are telling from a very personal experience, and I like that. And just the wittiness with words, and combinations of words. And one thing that I wanted to point out was he even went and did things that were very unusual in that he used effects, the pounding of the microphone on his chest, and then in his final he brought out the megaphone and was using that, and it makes it a different kind of interaction.
The performance, right?
Yep.
Because that's what you need. A lot of people, even if they have the rap, and I think that's where a lot of people failed along the way in the competition, is they might have had the rhymes, the words, all that sort of stuff, but they didn't have the showmanship that he had, because he came with the story, he came with heart, and he came with this that is clear, just a passion that he's working for. And then that guy that he was battling up against, he almost like puts forth this this presentation that he didn't earn it, and then he just comes from money. And so many people that try this out and he was up against come from a background where they can leisurely do this. They don't have to work and
It's their
juggle
side
so many
hobby.
things.
It's their side hobby,
and where
and-
he clearly has to juggle things. So I mean, he really got into it and worked hard for what he had. So it just makes the story that much more meaningful. And it's just his getting to that level. He didn't really change himself, because a lot of those people, they were calling him posers and all that sort of stuff, right? But for him, he never really got that haircut, like grew his hair really long, because he's like, that's the look, that's what I gotta do. I gotta wear all these big gold chains and that sort of stuff. And he's like, no, dude, I'm from the streets. This is who I am, and I'm not gonna try to change, because the lines that I'm gonna be dropping is gonna be honest and truth, and it's from where I come from. And if I start changing the way that I'm going to present myself, he was always wearing that kurta, I mean, in the end, even he was wearing the kurta, and then in his semifinals, he was wearing the kurta. And, so it's like him putting forth, you don't judge me for where you think I came from, because where I came from makes me who I am. So I really like that whole aspect of this, and that he actually had a story where he was coming from, and he lived the streets. A lot of people pretend to live the streets, when they're dropping lines and just saying you don't know, I come from nothing, and that, and then it's like, dude, are you kidding me? You're wearing a Rolex, bro. And it's like,
I think some of that was said about Eminem when he first kind of started, and it was like, what does this white boy know about this stuff, So being authentic, and I think that's what the word is that really kind of sums that up, is he was truly authentic and very grounded in his story and his words and the meaning behind them. So he could deliver authentically and with integrity and as real as it is. And I think that was pretty unique, as opposed to the others. So yeah, I love all of the other intertwining little stories that we kind of had going with, definitely his home life. Oh, that was crushing to watch at times.
And all of that though, makes the streets so real for him, and it tells where he's coming from. It needed these side stories. It needed his friend that is doing this drug business and stealing the cars and all that sort of stuff. And he's not doing it because he's a kleptomaniac or something.
Right.
He's doing it because it's like you put someone in a corner in a bad spot, and then you tell him hey, here's an easy bundle of cash you can make. And and he's going to feel obligated to have to do it. And so it was that, and it was all of these different stories that you were talking about. I mean, they're needed because that is telling the story where he comes from.
Yeah, and again, it was also that the stories in themselves were also showing how he was not the only one being confined to a box or a predefined life or a way of living and so forth. And I found that very, very interesting that, you know, oftentimes you focus only on one character and you're looking at their issues and you're not realizing this is actually common for everyone. Everyone has a different box that they're fighting to get out of, and generationally things are changing, and for people sometimes it's hard for people to adjust to that, be it family, friends, culture, so forth. So it was good to see that and know that, hey, everyone is dealing with their own box, and maybe we even should be looking at our own little boxes and see what we're maybe defined in, you know, because oftentimes as we're growing up as little kids and so forth, we're told things and we get in our mind, you know, I gotta do this, or I gotta be like this, and you know, tell little boys, oh, don't cry because little boys don't cry, you know, and even little things like that, long term, build up and, you know, define people to be in certain boxes and behave in certain ways and so forth, and that's not necessarily allowing people to be their authentic self. Right. So, yeah, so this I highly think this one is about being authentic, being looking for your passion, and, you know, following it, at least trying your dream, you know.
So what are you gonna rate it?
So I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay.
A 9. Yes, I'm gonna give it a 9.
We don't differ too much on our ratings. I'm also going to give it a 9. It was, you know, again, like right up there, like towards the top of my list of movies that we've watched, because it had a different vibe, which I appreciate, because you can't always have the same sort of story being told and inspirational. So different stories from different parts and different lives, like upbringing, like coming of age sort of thing. So I like that this one was so different from a lot of these things that we've watched before. And like the acting was just so real, because you could feel his shyness, his awkwardness, all that sort of stuff. And he, you know, as he was going through, it's like, you don't really fit, but then he made it his own. And then as soon as he got in performer like style and that, it was like, whoa, you didn't try to fit there, they fit around you, right? And because they're like, yeah, okay, wow, this guy's legit. Like, you know, don't judge him before you know, get to know him. So yeah, I really liked it. But let us know in the comments what you guys thought. What would you rate it? And, you know, was this something that you were aware of? You know, I didn't know of this story before.
We might have to download some of the music.
Yeah, from the real Gully, because in the beginning they said it before this movie even started. All right, and thank you so much if you voted for this one. It was a great pick, so thank you so much. And if you didn't vote this week and you want to vote next week, then be sure to go over to our Patreon page by clicking that button right there, and you can vote and let us know what we should watch next. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing, sharing, a like button पर तब पर मारो.